to my Leaders Live Generously family. I am so honored, humbled, and fired up to be with you here today. Listen, let me tell you why you're here. You are here to activate the leader within you. That's right, the leader within you, the one who has survived all the storms, the one who has carried all those burdens, sometimes in silence, and the one who still dares to show up with faith. Yes, that's right. Now listen, this 3-day virtual summit, the Leaders Live Generously 3-day virtual summit, this isn't just any old event. Oh no, not at all. This is your divine assignment to your next level. Because listen, God didn't bring you here today not only to inspire you, He brought you here to shift you. That's right, shift you. So today, I am going to give you a few strategies that will strengthen your faith, sharpen your focus, and ignite the fearlessness that cannot be contained. My name is Dr. Rhonda Wood, and I am excited to speak to you today here on the Leaders Live Generously 3-day virtual summit. And my topic, you guessed it, divine flow, millionaire glow, leading with faith, focus, and fearlessness. So let's begin. Now, part one, let's talk about that faith now. Faith is your supernatural currency. That's right, currency. Faith is the currency of your destiny. It's not money. It's not your followers. It's not your family, your friends. It's not your connections. We're talking about faith, folks. Faith is believing in what God has whispered, even when you don't yet see the evidence of what is yet to come. So let me take you back in my life. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar, I grew up with an older deaf sister. Before I ever had a stage, before I ever had a platform, before I ever had a microphone, and before I ever spoke to any audience, whether virtual or in person, I spoke for her. I was her interpreter, I was her advocate, and I was her bridge to the hearing world. When her teachers didn't understand her, I had to step in. When the kids in our neighborhood teased her because she couldn't hear, I had to stand up. When we would go out in the community to the store or to restaurants and people would get frustrated because she couldn't talk and couldn't respond, I had to step forward. So before I ever became a speaker, God trained me to be a voice. Here's my point. Many of the challenges that we have gone through, that we have lived through, sometimes we feel like they are a penalty or a punishment, but they're not. They are preparations. God is preparing you, was preparing me, was preparing our faith for the assignments that we carry today. So I remember Sarah Jakes Roberts. She once said that when your purpose calls, you answer even if you have to answer afraid. So we've all heard the saying, faith isn't the absence of fear, but faith is answering anyway. So that's faith. Now, let's talk about the second part, which is your focus. Focus is important because focus is what's going to prepare your millionaire mindset. Now, for those of you who may not know, your distractions are the thief of your destiny. So if the enemy wants to destroy you, if he can't destroy you, he's going to distract you. He's going to put many a distraction in your way. So let me tell you, oh man, another story that's near and dear to my heart. Again, my deaf sister, she went to Gallaudet University, which is the world's premier university and college for the deaf community, and it's in Washington, D.C., not far from where I live. So one day she comes home and she's signing away. I mean, her hands are just going at the interpretation. She is so excited. So she kept signing to me. She kept saying, Prince, Prince. And I kept saying, Prince what? Prince who? She was talking about Prince, the singer, the entertainer. So I'm asking her in sign language, what is it about Prince, the singer, the entertainer? She told me Prince, the singer, the entertainer, had come to her school, Gallaudet University, the deaf school. So I'm thinking, well, that's odd because they're deaf, right? So Prince, the singer, the icon, the legend, came to give a impromptu performance at Gallaudet University for the deaf and hard of hearing community. So there were no cameras, there was no announcement, there was no calling of the media, there was no ego involved. Prince just literally showed up with his entourage, set up on the campus, set up everything quietly, discreetly, and gave an impromptu, very intimate concert for the deaf, for students who otherwise rarely had access to an experience similar to that. Something that we completely take advantage of. So why am I telling you that story? That is so random. Here's my point. When we talk about leaders leading generously, we talk about greatness. True greatness doesn't need an audience. True greatness sometimes serves quietly. True greatness sometimes just shows up generously. True greatness gives from the overflow and is not looking for applause. So when you focus on your purpose and not the publicity, when you focus on purpose and you're not looking for a kickback, when you focus on the impact and not the attention, you begin to glow differently. So your millionaire glow, it's not about the worth, it's not about the wealth, it's about the wisdom. It's about the clarity. It's about the, man, look at what you were able to do for people who received the impact of your actions. It's about leading from a place of abundance. Your focus isn't just saying, I know who I am. It's about saying, I know where I'm going and I know what God has assigned me to do. And I refuse to be moved by anything else, to be distracted by anything else. So that's faith, that's focus. Now let's bring it on home with the fearlessness. Fearlessness. Again, fearlessness is not living without fear. Fearlessness is about walking with God's confidence. It's about refusing to let the fear make the decisions for you. So let me give you just, okay, one more story, folks. One more story. Listen, I've always known that I was different, gifted, had a divine destiny. But I will admit, I'll be the first to admit, I didn't always like share my gifts. As a matter of fact, I hid them. I hid my gifts. I minimized my talents. I minimized my voice. I made myself smaller just so that other people can be more comfortable. I did it at home. I did it at work. I did it in the community. And so one day God was like, listen, I gave you these gifts for you to use to give me glory. I don't want you to shrink. I want you to shift. I don't want you to shrink in rooms. I called you to shift, right? So I'm like, okay. So, when I realized that something in me just glowed differently, I realized that my fear had been standing between me and the people whom I was called to serve. Why? Because I had fear of what other people thought. I had fear of judgment, fear of rejection, and probably most importantly, fear of failure. But I want you to hear me. The enemy isn't after our fear. The enemy isn't really instilling fear. He's after our faith. He's after our focus. And as a result, he's after our future. So when you choose fearlessness, you choose freedom. When you choose fearlessness, you choose your purpose. And when you choose fearlessness, you choose alignment. So again, fearlessness isn't about the absence of fear. Fear is saying, God, listen, I may not have all the answers, but I trust you and I trust your plan is far greater than my hesitation, right? Or my procrastination. And so let's wrap it on up and bring this on home, baby, because we're on fire right now. Let's bring this full circle, all right? Listen, when Prince showed up at Gallaudet University for my deaf sister, he didn't advertise it. He didn't live stream it. He didn't call the press and the media and say, hey, I'm going over here to do this. What he did was he gave a gift to people who were not expecting it. They weren't expecting him, and they certainly was not expecting a concert, but they desired it and they appreciate it. So here's the thing, it was a gift to them. And today I want to let you know, you are the gift. You are someone's unexpected blessing. You are someone's inspiration. You are someone's breakthrough, and you are someone's answered prayer. So your presence here today for this 3-day summit is not an accident, and it's not a coincidence. It's prophetic. You are here because I needed to let you know you are the gift. So when we talk about the divine flow that you may or may not be searching for, you are already standing in it. When we talk about the millionaire glow that you desire, it's already on you. And when we talk about the faith and the focus and the fearlessness that you think you may not have, they've been with you this whole time, all along. So you're not waiting on God. God is waiting on you. So I want you to repeat after me. I am chosen. I am called. I am equipped. I lead with faith. I walk with focus. I rise with fearlessness. My divine flow is activated. My millionaire glow is undeniable, and my purpose will not be silenced. Leaders, listen, your next level is already here. Your future is calling, your assignment is waiting, and heaven is backing you. Heaven has your back. So, leaders, let's lead generously. Let's lead boldly, and let's lead with faith, focus, and fearlessness. Your time is now. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for your time, something that you cannot get back. My name is Dr. Rhonda M. Wood. I am a global keynote speaker, best-selling author, and an advocate for mental health, helping people around the world lead with faith, focus, and fearlessness. I would love for you to follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Rhonda M. Wood, or reach out to me on my website at drrhondamwood.com. I'd also like to give you an invitation to be a guest on my show and join me on the school platform, SKOOL, and go to the group, the academy that's called Leadership Legacy Circle. That's Leadership Legacy Circle. I look forward to seeing you there. Bye for now.